Hi, it's Pastor Chineta here. I remain enthusiastic about the 2023 Lenten series in which St. Mark Church and New Hope Church are inviting you to join us and join Jesus at the margins. In our book series on Howard Thurman's Jesus and the Disinherited, and also through our text study of Luke chapter 4. The details to join us will follow this brief message. I'm really here to talk to you about Jesus and the Disinherited, chapter 2, the chapter on fear. Howard Thurman brings up three main points in this chapter. He talks about violence, fear, and freedom. He suggests that fear is the birth child of violence, that violence is the forebearer of fear. And violence shows itself in many forms, especially in the lives of the disinherited, whether it is physical abuse or mental abuse, or even soul-stirring abuse that you cannot describe. It leads to a fear that cannot be escaped. It almost seems that fear becomes a part of the genealogy of the disinherited. It flows through the bloodstream. It becomes dismantling as much as it becomes a survival technique based upon the recurrence of violence and the traumatic effects of violence. I would say is even a public health issue. Herman suggests that violence shows itself in such a way that not only is life impacted and health impacted, but the emotions of despair and humiliation and disappointment and not belonging become a part of what violence does to the body and the mind of the disinherited. Fear is real for those who are disinherited, to the point that parents train their children to use fear to survive, to come home, quiet your voice, avert your eyes. Recognize the power dynamic is not on your side, and do what you have to do with all of that adrenaline to make it home and be alive. And yet, Thurman also suggests that Jesus gives answers. The religion of Jesus guides us to realize that we can have freedom from this kind of dispowering notion of what fear is. One is to recognize who we are and what we are in the eyes of God. Howard proclaims that when we say very clearly, I am a child of God, we pass all other authority and give that to the one who created us. And if God can create and look out for the birds of the air and the lilies in the field, then we know that God is looking out for us. We are children of God. And we have purpose. And we have potential. And we have promise that we must hold on to in order for fear to be dismantled into a place of an equality that passes our own understanding, so that we walk in the light and the presence of a new hope and an expectation and a promise that we will not be afraid. We will be real in our achievements, real in using our voices to stand against and to resist anything and everything that would suggest that we are not worthy. Thurman's chapter 2 is powerful. I've only got 5 minutes here. I've already gone over. But let's further discuss violence, fear, and freedom through the love and the protective power of God. I look forward to seeing you on Wednesday night.